this video and showing support. Welcome to Angelica's Divine Readings. I'm very excited to be reading for the collective of our Sagittarius around the world here. Please know that this is a general reading, so of course it's not going to be completely personal to you. I definitely recommend that you leave what is not for you and definitely take what is. Call on your spirit guides through this reading so they can really help you discern that information of what you should be taking in and what's really meant for you. And so today, what we'll be doing is first I will go ahead and read the energy and the overall energy that you kind of have for this week. We'll also go into some angel numbers, and then we'll definitely do the actual spread. And then of course we'll end on a decision maker where you can ask a question. So with that also, I just want to also add a disclaimer that if you are a bit sensitive or you feel like there may be some triggers, then I definitely recommend that you exit out of this because you never know what the cards will have in store for you. But if you do want to understand and hear about what the spirit is trying to tell you about how to handle your life this week and overall, then definitely continue to watch. And yeah, we'll definitely get started. So we'll go ahead and start with the overall energy. Let me go ahead and shuffle these beautiful cards for us just to kind of get an understanding. So Spirit, please show us exactly what energy Sagittarius have this week and really what this reading will kind of be about as well. Help us to see exactly what Sagittarius has in store for this week in the overall energy. Perseverance. So perseverance, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. That's an affirmation in its own. You know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Perseverance. Love that. Love that. Now for an angel number, I will be pulling a card here that has an angel number on it. With that angel number, I definitely recommend that you do your own research on it. But if you continue to see these numbers quite often, it definitely means something. It definitely means that your spirit guides are trying to tell you something. So whether you've been watching and you've been seeing this particular number over and over again already, or maybe you start seeing it throughout your week, please comment below. Would love to hear more about how this particular angel number, applies to you in your life. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and pull one, and it's 911, courage. It says a doorway has opened for you, and while apprehension may be felt, allow courage to flow in as you put your best foot forward. You are being encouraged to let curiosity lead you and know that the divine has your back. And the affirmation we have is, I allow courage to prevail as curiosity leads me through new doors. So I think that has to do a lot with you persevering and going through and knowing that you can do whatever you can and whatever you want and whatever you set your mind to. So definitely see how those go together. 911, a little bit different than what we normally know it as, but you may see that on the clock very often or maybe just in passing on things. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now with that, we'll go ahead and go right into our cards here. I am reading from the Modern Witches Tarot. I just got it. The decks. I'm really excited to be using that for you all today here too. I did already go ahead and pre-shuffle these and of course clear the energy and all that good stuff as well, but I'm just going to continue to shuffle a few more times just to allow the spirit to come in and let us know what the Sagittariuses need to know in regards to their past, present, future, and really how many lessons and different lessons that they need to know. So please reveal that to us today, Spirit. Please show us exactly what we need to know for the Sagittarius as they put their best foot forward, as they persevere, as they do what they need to do to have a better life. Show us what they need to know. Oh wow, this is a beautiful reading. I can already tell it. That's crazy. Okay, awesome. So at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Page of Cups here as well. But let me go ahead and take a look at your cards and let's get it. So now looking at your cards here, to start us off, we'll talk about your past. And I do see that you have this beautiful Ace of Cups. And I can tell that you had a new beginning, whether that's in a romantic way or maybe in self-love, in a way that you were able to overcome something and you were able to start something new. So I see that it happened in your recent past, just a new beginning, a new breath of fresh air. And really it's just like an incredibly positive sign. I feel like maybe it's just an incredibly positive new start for you in some aspect of your life. I would definitely recommend probably with love or even self-love is a really big thing, I think, here too. So I do see that in your past you did have this Ace of Cups and you were really embodying that new start that you gave yourself. Now, going next into your present, So I did go ahead and pull the King of Wands, and I do see you right now in the present is also the Wheel of Fortune. So when I tell you that this is a really great reading, I can really see it. So talking first about your present with this King of Wands. So I do feel as though there was a moment, and maybe that's what brought this new beginning for you, but I do see that there was a moment where you really lacked a bit of self-confidence and a bit of courage to really do what was needed. And so I think you took the time to heal and grow from that situation, and you are actually really turned into this King of Wands. I feel like this King of Wands, he's a warrior. She's a warrior. You know what it takes, but you know it takes courage, and you know it takes self-confidence in yourself, which is courage, 911, perseverance. You knew that it took something. It took a little extra oomph to get you to here. And I think that you took the time to persevere, to find your courage to become this King of Wands. Now, I say that because with this Wheel of Fortune, it's showing me that you got it all. You got all the good fortune. And yes, did it take some hard times? Did it take overcoming certain things to get here? Yes, everything requires hard work at the end of the day. Some type of work is going to be required. But I think right now in your present, you are becoming this King of Wands if you're not already there, if you're not already that warrior status. Because I do see right now that you are the Wheel of Fortune. You have gotten what you wanted, what you desired, what you needed, what you dreamed. And that's beautiful. I'm like so proud of you because I do feel as though you did obtain this, and right now you're living through the fortune of finding your courage, finding your strength, overcoming, and knowing that you could do anything and persevering. So that's amazing. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is in regards to your near future. Your near future will be anywhere between, I would say, like now to about 3 to 4 months. Of course, time isn't linear, of course, but nonetheless, I see inside your near future that you're going to be investing in something, whether that's investing maybe in the stock markets, into cryptos, maybe even investing within yourself, learning something new. You're doing that right now, and it may feel like, oh, when am I going to be over this? When is it going to come through? When am I going to get the proceeds from what I put in? When am I going to get the energy back? But it takes patience. It takes time for anything to grow, whether that's the stock market, whether that's learning something new. It takes time. So what this is showing me in the near future is that you're investing in either yourself, investing inside some type of market, investing in something, and you will reap what you're sowing. But just continue to sow, even if it's taking like forever, what feels like forever, you're going to reap the benefits. So continue doing what you're doing, continue investing in yourself or whatever you're investing in, because it will have a good outcome for you. Moving right along here, talking more about your environment. So I see that inside your environment, you got the Knight of Swords. And so with this Knight of Swords is basically saying that you have all these ideas, you can do all this different stuff, and you're like, what do I do? You're like rushing into everything, like I'm just gonna do this, I'm just gonna do that. But in actuality, you need to find self-discipline. What I would definitely recommend is that you need to ground yourself, especially with this Knight of Swords. A great way to ground yourself with this particular card is meditation. So find the self-discipline to meditate every day, even if it's like for 5-10 minutes. Start somewhere and grow that, because once you're able to discipline your mind, you are untouchable. You are a warrior. So just keep that in mind. So I see that's kind of in your environment right now where you have a lot of ideas, you're trying to figure out what to do. But I definitely think meditation will help you through this environment that you're in right now and help you see, have a really great outcome from this environment that you're in right now. Now going right into your hopes and dreams. So I do see that it's kind of showing more of a fear that you have. And the fear is the Five of Swords. And so with this Five of Swords, I can tell that there was a lot of conflict in your life previously. Maybe that's why you finally, had that new beginning with the Ace of Cups, because there's a lot of conflict, a lot of things going on, and you're scared to go back to that. You're scared and have this fear that you don't want to be in conflict. You don't want to be competing. You don't want to be breaking people's hearts or them breaking yours. You're so over all of the egos, over all of everyone. Oh, better than this. Oh, this, and putting on facades and all this other stuff. You're done with it. And so I think your fear is to go back to this, whether that's with someone or people around you, and being in an environment where there's so much conflict going on. And so I can definitely see that's a fear of yours. And with that being said, I think with meditation, it can really help you see which route you need to go in essence. So I think that's really what the Knight of Swords is showing you, is that if you meditate and you focus on maybe a higher vibration meditation, I would definitely recommend that, or a higher self meditation. It would really help you see that you don't need to be this. You don't need to ever go back into this conflict or anything like it. You can break the cycles. Break the cycles. So I know this is a fear of yours, but if you can figure out how to break the cycle of being in a type of conflict like this, and living in conflict, and living with people who don't really value who you are and what you bring to the table, then I do see that could happen. That's kind of your fears there. Now, I do see in the long-term future, which really kind of turns all this around. And I mean, not all of it, because it's all abundance, but I am seeing that you got the Star card. And basically you are, like, at the end of the day, you are the star. Not only that, but it really represents peace after the storm. So whatever you were, this fear that came up from your new beginning that you started, there is peace in your long-term future. And long-term future is going to be anywhere from about 5 months to about 14 months. And so I do see the Star card that you are finally feeling like everything is coming and settling and coming back to you, and you are at peace. You finally have your peace, and you feel like the universe or God or whoever you want to call is finally on your side, and you feel as though the storm is over and things are just falling into place just as they should. So I do see a beautiful, beautiful future for you, especially as you go through and, you know, you work on yourself, you find your self-confidence, you are the wheel of fortune, you're investing into things and into yourself, and, you know, you're honing in. And I think if you really meditate, hone into that self-discipline where you can see what kind of cycles you have to break them, and overall, you'll see that you will have calm, peaceful beauty that's going to be coming inside your long-term future. So that is definitely the read that I have for you. I have to say, I think it's one beautiful read. I gotta tell you, I'm like, wow, I wish I was a Sagittarius about now. But yes, I think that's beautiful for you. Now, just to kind of end our read today, I will be doing a decision maker. So at this time, I definitely ask that you ask yourself a question, a yes/no question, to help you make a decision. Of course, with this, I say kind of use it as a grain of salt. It might help you kind of decide, and you know, you're probably already leaning towards a certain way, whether that's yes, no, maybe, never, always, whatever it might be. But I think you already kind of know the answer, Sagittarius, but I think this might help you really help make that decision. But of course, there's a thing called free will and free choice. So with that, you always have the choice. So with that, nonetheless, I will still go ahead and swing this thing. So I'll give you 5 more seconds to go ahead and ask a question. Think of it in your head. You can say it out loud. You can think of it. But here we go. So 5, 4, 3, 2. That's like Sierra. You guys know that song, right? That's like my jam. That's like my wake up call. Anyways, here we go. So I actually got an always. So yes, always. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, if you have any questions, you can always let me know. But no, that's not what I'm going to say. I was going to say, with that is the read that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me today and showing support. If you do find on your heart to donate, I always am open to receiving. I do have my crypto wallet below in my description, as well as all, Cash Me and Venmo and things like that. If you feel like you would like to donate, you can definitely do it there. I also have all my different social media, so feel free to connect with me. I truly value and appreciate all the support, all the love that you're showing. Definitely sending that right on back to you. And I wish you all a beautiful week ahead. And from the looks of it, it definitely will be. I'll see you guys all later. Oh, Sagittarius, I will see you later.